Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So first off, we are starting with grocery shopping, picking up some healthy items. In this video, we're going to be talking about creating a healthy routine. So how do I manage to fit all my routines and healthy habits into my busy schedule? I do work a full-time job, I work in the government, and I also make time for my social life and going to the gym and eating healthy. Now, simple answer is that I've just incorporated all these things into a lifestyle. So now when I don't do these things or I lack in them, I feel kind of like something's missing. But to get to that portion, I'm going to let you know how I did that today. So first things first, I'm going to address why I want to get into these healthy routines, right? So what am I lacking and what do I need? So first thing for me personally that I've been lacking is that I don't have a lot of like nutrients. I'm low in iron, antioxidants, all that stuff, like low energy, insomnia, all that stuff. So I'm going to address that. So one thing I've been doing is juicing. Now, we all know we go to a store, get a nice healthy juice smoothie, we feel great, but the price does not make us feel so great, okay? So I just make it on my own. My friend actually gifted me this juicer, and I've had it with me for years. But if you don't have a juicer, you can actually just use a blender. Like, you don't have to be all bougie like me. You can even use a cheesecloth to drain out the pulp. I actually got a question from Instagram asking me why I don't take off these skins off the fruit, and that's just because the juicer does it for me, and I just like the flavor. It's fine. If you have something like almost like ginger or turmeric that has a bitter taste to the skin, you can take it off if you like to. Honestly, it's just more work for me, so I just leave it and I let the juicer do its thing. So I've felt so much better knowing what I put into my juice. Being able to drink this first thing in the morning, I feel a lot healthier, especially when I go to work in the office. I feel like it's just investing in me first thing in the morning, right? So my favorite recipe has been these green juices. So I know that I want ginger in it, so that's my first ingredient. And then I'll get some like green apples, sometimes I put carrots in there, beets, but for a green juice, usually I'm gonna put like something just to make it look green, right? So the next ingredient would be ginger. Sometimes I put spinach in it, pineapple. Yeah, just make it a nice tasty green juice. And I just feel so much better drinking this first thing in the morning. Next thing I'm going to address is a financial issue. Obviously, going to work, buying food takeout every single day, it's not financially feasible. So what I like to do is go grocery shopping, have a list of what I would like to eat. If something that I'm craving, for example, maybe some pasta or like some chicken burgers or something, I'm going to make it my own. And that way I know what seasonings I put into it. On the screen here is a list of seasonings that I typically like to use, and this is just what works for me. And I also will like to address things like my protein intake. I work out. I need protein to grow big muscles, to recover faster, not be in as much pain, and also protein gives me energy. So I'm going to pick my source of protein, and this week it is ground lean beef. Sometimes I do ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever you would like. I do shrimp sometimes. I like to mix it up because I often get bored every single week of my meals. But this is like super easy. Like for me, I like convenience. So for me, if I'm looking for any type of meal or recipe, I'm going to make sure that I can make it within an hour. My meal prep takes an hour. Maybe the rest of the time it's like cleanup, but I like it to be fast. So this has been something I've been making a lot. It's this pasta sauce recipe, very easy. All you need is a blender. So I put sun-dried tomatoes, unsweetened almond milk. You can also use heavy cream, but because I'm kind of like watching my weight and everything, what you want to eat, I chose almond milk. You can choose coconut milk, anything you like, depends on the flavor. And then I'm just gonna blend that up. So now I have a sun-dried tomato sauce, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato paste. This has been delicious. Deshanna Charles here on YouTube, she actually tried this recipe. She tagged me on Instagram. She loved it. So guys, try it out, okay? I'm telling you, it's a very easy recipe, and you know what you put in it. You can change your protein. You can put shrimp. You can put ground beef. This is easy for me, and I eat this, lunchtime before I go to the gym. I know I have the fuel. I know I'm gonna get my protein in. Sometimes I blend up some veggies. Another healthy part of a routine is also taking time for yourself, taking a break. It's not always go all the time. Yes, eating healthy, drinking healthy things is a part of your routine, but also, getting to like reset, spending time with your family, spending time by yourself, recharging. This is where I save my weekends for this. So usually what I like to do is lay low key, honestly, don't do much. But we have a flea market here in Ottawa. It's called 613 Flea, and there's a bunch of local vendors, markets, all that stuff, you know. And you don't have to buy anything, honestly. Usually I just go and I talk to the sellers and ask them, you know, what made them start their business, blah blah. And of course I treated myself to a huge cookie. Look at this, it's a stuffed cookie. They finally have it in Ottawa. This is the red velvet with the sprinkles, and then this is a crookie, so it's a croissant cookie. I got my hand on the croissant cookie, I think it's called a Crookie, from Torah Treats here in Ottawa, and I'm going to taste test it right now. So it is the cookie center with the croissant on the outside. It looks so freaking chocolatey. So I put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds. That's the instructions. It looks so freaking good. Let's try it out. Wow. So good. Setting up yourself for success for a healthy routine is all about balance. It's not about restricting. So I'm allowed to have cookies and, you know, little treats and stuff like that, as long as it's balanced. So during the week, I'm eating healthy meals that I've meal prepped. You know, I keep my fridge stocked with sparkling water in case I crave like something carbonated or any type of pop. And, you know, I just have it in moderation. If I want a cookie, I'm gonna have a cookie, but I will balance that out during the week, during the day, you know, have a little vegetables here and there. It died. Speaking of healthy habits, I wanted to do an unboxing with you from Amazon. So my latest hobby has been plants. You know, if you've been watching my videos lately, I've just become obsessed. So I found these wooden trellises on Amazon, and they were 20 bucks, and I was so shocked because they didn't have like any reviews. And usually I don't buy things with like less than, you know, 1,000 reviews or anything, but this one definitely shocked me. I will definitely be buying it again, and I've linked them all in my Amazon storefront if you want to buy any of these. I also stocked up on my bee pollen propolis, so that's been helping with my pollen allergies. And I just wanted to take you through some plant chores. So these are trellises. So trellises are like what you would put into plants to help them kind of like grow upwards, because a lot of plants, they like to climb if you let them. But if you don't let them climb, they're going to grow towards the ground and they're going to be hanging and kind of messy. So what I like to do is tie them up to these, like, you know, little trellises, give them a little bath, you know, give them a little drink, treat them for pests, and, you know, watch them thrive. So this is a Monstera Delicioso, and this gets so big. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures of Monsteras. This is a baby one. It has a new baby leaf. So I'm training it to climb up. That way it's a lot easier when it gets bigger, that I can just trail it up the wall and, you know, make it happy. These are my green pothos. These are absolutely beautiful. I love the, like, you know, the golden design. I've been using this moisture meter for a while, and I actually really love it because it helps me not overwater the plants. So, you know, you can use the old-fashioned method of putting your finger into the pot, into the soil, and if it feels dry, then you can water it. But I like to check all the way down to the bottom of the soil, because sometimes the soil down there is damp. So this gets all the way down, and then I'm gonna give it a nice water, let everything nice and drain, and then I'm good to go. So this is the DIY trick, cinnamon. There's turmeric there. Mold is not growing. Cinnamon is, but it is growing where there is no cinnamon. So I'm going to spread that and water it. To water the plants, I fully drenched them, but I'm not doing that anymore because the soil was so wet for so freaking long. Like for 2 weeks at least. Like that should not be happening. Dry. Even though the soil was very well draining, as you can see the water is just flowing through, it was just holding on to too much moisture. So I decided that I'm just going to start misting these plants. I don't want to overwater them. Like, I'm so sad because this heart-shaped fern is actually turning yellow just because it was so overwatered. Anyways, so part of my chores is setting up the diffuser for my plants. You know, I like to baby them. All of my plants are pretty much tropical plants. They like humidity. So instead of misting my plants, I just like to have a constant mist kind of going around. This is cool air, by the way, cool water mist. So it's not like burning them or anything like that. And they seem to love it. They seem to thrive. Every plant that I've had beside this humidifier loves it. So that's just my way of keeping the humidity and keeping my plants together. Makes an ecosystem, so they kind of each share the humidity, and that's just what works for me. Next part of my healthy routine that I'm going to talk about is deep cleaning. I used to be the type of person being like, why would I waste my day cleaning when I could be doing something else, you know? But now I actually look forward to it. I like doing my cleaning on Fridays now, right before I finish work, and you know, just make sure everything's nice and tidy. That way I can actually relax for the weekend, because I used to save this till like Sunday night or Saturday morning, and I would just be exhausted. So at least if I'm doing this on a Friday, I'm still in work mode, you know, it's not relaxing time, and you know, just cleaning everything up. I like to reset for a new week. This has become a part of my routine because I kind of look forward to it now, and also it just helps me with the cleaning. Because I clean every single week, I don't have to do it as often. Well, obviously I am, but I mean, like, it's not as dirty. So every single week I'm not having to like clean certain things, put a lot of effort into it. Like usually it's more of like a wipe down, you know, because I'm just picky, you know, sanitizing, stuff like that. The toilet does need to be cleaned thoroughly, you know, it's good, it's maintained. I also like to show you guys my cleaning routines because I feel like this really motivates people. It motivates me when I watch these. Like, let's say I'm in a slump or, you know, feeling a little bit depressed. I actually look up like cleaning videos, deep cleaning videos, you know, organizing, restocking, because to me that kind of motivates me to, you know, kind of get out of that slump. It reminds me of what I used to do to make me happy. You know, obviously I stand by mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health is all connected. And I really feel like if your environment is messy, your mind is messy. So whenever I'm feeling like I'm in a slump or I'm depressed or anxious, I really look to my environment and I assess it. Is it dirty? You know, have I worked out? Have I drank water? Like, what is causing this stress? So usually after cleaning everything up, I usually feel a lot better. I can relax, you know, I'm enjoying this nice clean space and I feel good. I did want to talk about, you know, complicating things. So for a healthy routine, you don't have to like sit there and jot down every single thing and be like, every single portion of my life is going to be absolutely healthy. I'm going to drink green juice in the morning. I'm going to carrots for lunch, you know, I'm gonna do this, like that's gonna be overwhelming, and I guarantee you, you will fail within the first couple of weeks because it's just too much, okay? So for me, I would start with just cleaning the bathroom every week. That was it. And now that I've mastered cleaning the bathroom and I can do it very quickly, now I've moved on to, you know, deep cleaning my whole entire bathroom or doing plant chores in the morning. So pick something that you really want to tackle. Pick a big task. You know, for me personally, it's organizing my closet. I have been procrastinating it, and I just know because it's a giant mess and I really don't want to do it, but that's like a huge task. So for me, if I decided that, you know, okay, let's do this task, because it's so big, I'm gonna say, okay, I got that done, now I can relax. I'm not gonna do the closet and then deep clean the entire rooms and stuff like that. Like, it's just too much. So let's just start with something easy and it's manageable. Another part of my routine is making time for my friends. So it was Sira's birthday this weekend. She is a Taurus. We went out for dinner. You know, this definitely threw me off my routine because it was pretty late and it was on a work night. But at the same time, it was something that was, you know, welcomed. Like, I wanted to socialize. I wanted to be with her, make her feel special for her birthday. So to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Sira, happy birthday to you. Woo! Look at her, look at her. Cutie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below how you create your own healthy routine. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.